Your life work. From the finished house to form any cupboard arrangement which may be desired. In former days, such cabinets were entirely built by the carpenters on the job. Today, the field of cabinet making has been reduced greatly by the substitution of other materials for wood and the use of specialized machines in woodworking mills. For the most part, the men in the mills are machine operators rather than woodworkers, although they do work with wood. A certain degree of skill is necessary to operate the machines, however, and this work provides considerable employment. In the assembly departments, the workmen put together window sash as well as doors. If the machine work has been done properly, the assembly usually goes along without difficulty. However, just a slight variation in the size of a piece or swelling of the wood due to excessive moisture in the air may cause problems which require considerable judgment and skill to solve. In the stair building department, special orders, which vary from stock designs, create problems which require ingenuity and some creative ability on the part of the stair builders. Consequently, this is a very high type of work, and only woodworkers with great skill and long experience are entrusted with it. To those well qualified, it offers a very satisfying occupation. In the woodworking field, there are jobs for workers of all degrees of skill. If you prove your ability to take on extra responsibility, you may become a foreman or an inspector. Although most furniture is machine-made in large quantities, there is still some employment for well-trained workers in the building of made-to-order furniture and cabinets. Cabinet shops usually are small in size, for quality of product rather than quantity is the first consideration. These craftsmen are generally older and highly skilled men who learn their trade through apprenticeship. This is still probably the best way to get started and become successful in this trade. The shop work you take in school will also help. Fine veneers are used in much of the furniture made in these shops. In the mill, the veneer is sliced from logs in thin sheets by great knives and then cut into sections of convenient size. In the furniture shop, the veneer is glued to the groundwork or core of solid wood. The veneer is placed in a press where the glue sets and the layers become fastened solidly together. Effects of great beauty are obtained by using veneers, and this work calls for skill and true artistry in selecting and combining various woods and veneers. Craftsmen such as these are able to perform many different operations in the shops, even to finishing the furniture with stain and varnish. Fine furniture making is a fascinating field, but one which is somewhat limited because the higher cost of skilled handwork reduces the market for such articles. Pattern making is another important branch of woodworking. This wooden pattern of a flywheel, for example, is necessary in forming a hollow mold in sand, into which molten metal is poured to form this metal casting. Later, the casting is machined and finished, ready for use. In the pattern shop, the maker of wooden patterns works from a drawing or blueprint which has been supplied him. He uses various woodworking machines and hand tools. His work must be extremely accurate, and it is complicated by the fact that the pattern usually is made in 2 or more pieces so that it can be removed from the sand molds. When the pattern is finished, the inside corners are rounded by means of fillets. The whole pattern is then shellacked. The true test of a pattern is the ease with which sand molds can be made from it. If the wooden pattern is used a great many times, the sand soon destroys the wood. Therefore, when many castings are needed, metal patterns are cast from the original wooden master pattern and are used by the molders. The pattern, in this case made of metal, is placed in a special container known as a flask. Special molding sand is sifted over the pattern and pressed tightly around it. The pattern is carefully removed, and a hollow space, the exact shape of the pattern, is left in the sand. Into this cabinet,
from as far west as Idaho, down from the glacier peaks of the Rockies, from as far west as Idaho, down from the glacier peaks of the Rockies, from as far west as Idaho, down from the glacier peaks of the Rockies, From as far west as Idaho, down from the glacier peaks of the Rockies, from as far west as Idaho, down from the glacier peaks of the Rockies, from as far west as Idaho, down from the glacier peaks of the Rockies, from as far west as Idaho, down from the glacier peaks of the Rockies.
As you study in school will also be a help to you. Spend as much time as possible in your own woodworking shop at home. Use your spending money to build up a set of tools and to buy material with which to...
What are you doing, Janice? You haven't had your nose out of those papers for an hour now.
Well, I'm trying to figure out what courses to take next term.
I have to do that, too. What are you taking?
Well, I have to fill one science requirement, and English, and I want to take home economics.
Home economics? Why in the world do you want to take home ec?
Why? Well, because that's something I'm going to need to know, and so are you. We have to learn sometime, Carol.
I'm learning something about homemaking right now. Mother can teach us how to keep house and cook and sew and everything we'll need to get by on.
But I don't want to just get by. If I'm going to be a homemaker the rest of my life, I want to know what I'm doing.
So do I. But personally, I think it's a waste of time to take home ec. What can they teach you in home ec classes that you can't learn right here at home or pick up after you get married?
Well, I don't know, but there's some things I'm sure.
If you find out what it is, you tell me.
All right, I will find out. Well, since you teach home ec, Miss Jenkins, could you tell me what I could learn in home ec that I can't learn at home?
Well, first of all, let's admit one thing, Janice. If your mother's going to run her own household and keep up on all the latest developments and teach you and your sister all there is to know about homemaking, well, she's going to be a pretty busy woman. To tell you the truth, Janice, you need to know more than just how to run a house or an apartment. You need to know why as well as how. Now, let's take a look at some of the courses you could take and see what might help you. In the courses that deal with the preparation of meals, you'll learn more than just how to cook. You will also study the fundamental principles of food buying, food handling, and, of course, the preparation and serving of family meals, meals that are planned to meet the individual needs of your family. You'll understand the nutritional problems of your family and each individual better after you've had courses in food and nutrition and studied the food requirements of the body and the composition and nutritive values of different foods. The needs and personality of each individual in your family will likewise determine the type of clothing you should purchase or construct. In clothing courses, you'll study the psychology of clothing, the history of costume, and the techniques of dress designing. You'll learn to recognize common fabrics and to distinguish one textile from another. Present-day textiles cannot be selected with confidence just by casual examination because there are so many new man-made fibers and new finishes for the old, familiar, natural fibers. It's a proud moment when you finally step before the mirror in something you've constructed, because you'll see not only the garment, but a person who is better prepared to select or construct clothing suitable for each member of your future family. And as you prepare for the future, you should recognize that your first home may be a trailer, or it may be your dream home. In either case, you'll be able to make your home more attractive, more suitable to your family, if you've studied home decoration. Learn to distinguish between furniture styles and qualities. Practice combining different types of fabrics, colors, textures, to find the effective ways of using whatever is available. You know, many boys as well as girls are enrolled in home economics courses. They, too, need to learn house designs, decorator colors, and money management. And when it comes to managing that home, you'll need to understand the principles of money management, how to use most advantageously whatever income you have. But, of course, your real success or failure as a homemaker will be determined by your ability to develop good family relationships. The enrollment of both boys and girls in family relationship classes has shown that we're all becoming...
What can they teach you in home ec classes that you can't learn here at home or pick up after you get married? If you find out, you tell me.
Just wait till I get home and see Carol. What I won't tell her.